Hello everyone. So I just want to make a quick video on what I think is literally the best way to clean a carburetor. This is actually just something I discovered just a few days ago. A company sent me this steamer, or essentially a steam pressure washer. And I've never even heard of these type of devices. And this thing is 35 bucks, and I'll post in a separate review of the device itself, but it literally is just magic at cleaning carburetors or small engine parts or places where there's a small passage that is hard to clean. Now, normally I soak them in seafoam. I use various methods of cleaning them, and I use these kind of twist tie little metal poking rods. Just one thing I did want to point out about the poking rods is that they do come in different sizes. So for example, these two may look similar, but one is just slightly thicker than the other. And basically, so this is what happened. I had a carburetor that I got from an engine that was like $100, and the pickup tube for the high-speed jet here, all this, it was just completely covered in gunk. In fact, I couldn't stick anything in this hole. Anything I would try to stick would just immediately bend, and this thing was, it was filled with so much crud. I wasn't sure how I would clean it and make it good again. And suddenly I was sent this thing after spending a bunch of time not being able to get this. I'm not sure if you can see this tiny little hole. Then the other little holes, so the high-speed orifice. So basically the areas that are most important to clean is the high-speed jet, the orifice that is inside here, and the orifice for air intake, then obviously the fuel intake. So like I said, I wasn't really sure how to clean this out. I used multiple poking rods, and they would just break immediately. Then I got this thing. All you do, it does come with different ends. Of course, one of the ends just fell. But you stick it up to the hole. And literally 5 seconds later, this thing was clear. I sprayed it for another 20 or 30 seconds. Stick this into every single orifice. The small poking rod was able to fit in. Give it a couple, put it in a couple times, clean it out a bit. Then the larger one was able to fit. Sprayed this out for another minute or two. This car was literally clean as new. I just couldn't believe it. The amount of effort I tried to get something into this tiny little hole, literally put this thing into it, press the button down, and it will just blast it with boiling hot steam, just completely just wrecking anything that is inside of it. It's literally like cleaning magic. I just can't believe how well it works. And there is a little adapter, which I think just fell behind the table, of course. But that, here it is. So there are different little adapters for this. For example, here's one with a scrubber. So you can stick this on the end, and you can clean other parts that are kind of more of a surface area. And any gunk, for example, like right here, one of the videos I will show, this was like completely black. Just by spraying this as well, it made the metal look shiny and nice and new. And the crazy part is just how little effort this takes. You know, you get these carbs, you're not sure how am I going to get the super old carb cleaned out, but I'm literally just blown away at how well this worked. I will clean all my carbs like this. It's just crazy. Yeah, I didn't even know about this device. It's 35 bucks. I will link it in the video, and I'm also going to make a separate review of it. But any kind of small orifice, anywhere where you need to like clean out, but it's difficult to get to, or you need a really small poking rod, the hot steam just kind of breaks apart the gunk. It heats up the entire carb. Eventually, if you spray this for 2 minutes or so, the carb gets too hot to hold by hand if you're just trying to hold it, obviously. But it warms up everything, gets everything out of every crevice, and it really couldn't do a better job. Obviously, to do a complete full cleaning, you really should remove these plugs. But if you're not doing that, I mean, even if you do, you're still going to blast it out with the steam. But I just want to say that I am beyond impressed. It just, literally, that's it. Just spray it. And any other surface, just spray it out. Yeah, see, that's the fuel intake there. Clean. Incredible. Of course, do make sure this gets tried out well. Don't let this sit overnight. Immediately take it somewhere where it's going to get blown by a fan, rotate it so the water comes out. First, rotate it a little bit to get all the excess water out. Yeah, it's water. Don't let the thing rust. Try this. It's $35. I'm sure there's many different models of these type of devices, but seriously, I've never. It's literally like magic. Things that you'd have to scrape, poke, clean are clean in seconds. It's amazing.